Hello, good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are and what time of day you decided to watch this, whether it was when it first came up. I have gone back and forth with myself debating whether or not to do this video. The deciding factors was that, one, the previously planned video for today is not done because I started reading Rhythm of War, and so I didn't finish the one for that. And then I'm not done with Rhythm of War, so I couldn't do that one's review either. And I thought about just not having a video this week. I'm sure that'd be okay. But then the second factor was, why is everybody's faces on the thumbnails? I mean, sure, maybe clickbait, sure, whatever. Well, not clickbait, but, to see why they're making the face, you're going to click on the video. Why are they all either confused, disgruntled, disappointed, looking for the opening round of the Goodreads Choice Awards? And then I had some other thoughts with it too that we might talk about at the end. But let's go ahead and dive into what the opening rounds look like for our Goodreads Choice Awards this year. Let's go to fantasy. A Song to Drown Rivers by Anne Liang. A Sweet Sting of Salt by Rose Sutherland. Blackbird Oracle. The Bright Sword. So far, I've known 3 of these. The Map of the Otherlands, that makes sense that that would be here. An Academy for Liars, interesting. That means, I guess it was pretty well received. The Dead Cattail Assassins. The Tainted Cup, I like the Tainted Cup. Somewhere Beyond the Sea, okay. Warm Hands of Ghosts. The Fox Wife, interesting. It does have a 4.6. Sorceress Comes to Call. Voyage of the Damned, 3.96, okay. The Night Ends with Fire by KX Song. The Familiar, interesting, because I'd heard that it was not as well received. 3.8 though. 5 Broken Blades, everybody is like loving that. 3.83 though, not that much higher, but hold on, wait. 77,000 to 21,000. So the Book of Doors. Interesting that it got chosen to go into fantasy then when it is a debut, and it probably could have also maybe had a chance in the debut. The Lost Story, I enjoyed that one pretty much. When Among Crows, isn't that another short story though that she did? And Empire of the Damned. Okay, so interesting. There are a lot of, I don't know about debut authors, but I feel like lesser heard of authors in the fantasy, which is good to see, really. It shows variety and stuff. Okay. Of all of these, though, I have only read 3. Yeah, I've only read 3 of the ones in the fantasy category. And probably I'll vote for the Tainted Cup, though, because out of the 3, I think that was the one that I enjoyed the most. Though I am still excited to see where the last Emily Wilde book is going to take us. Into the science fiction. Yours for the Taking by Gabrielle Korn. Okay, yeah. I remember reading about that. The Moon of the Turning Leaves by Wabashig Rice. Yep, probably butchered that. I Cheerfully Refused. Okay. Remember reading about that. I remember reading about this one when it came out. That one sounded so funny. Absolution came out just in time, I guess, to make it onto this list. A Sky Full of Elephants, Annie bought. I don't remember. I think I remember hearing about that. Yeah. Remember that one, that one. This came out this year. Felt like that was older. Service Model. I love Service Model. It was so funny. But it was not to everyone's taste. I get that. In Ascension. What is that? 0.78. Of the sci-fi, though. Of the sci-fi. I have read one. I've read one of the sci-fi. This is supposed to be on my TBR for this month. I haven't done it yet. I might do it next. Okay, on to the romantasy. We're just gonna jump around. That makes sense. Okay, so this whole first row is like bigger names of series. Well, this is a new thing, but the others are part of series. I still have not read that one. I don't remember hearing that much about it either. I want to read Apprentice to the Villain too, because the first one was so funny. Of course, this would be on here, even though... How does it have a 4.21? Good Lord. Blood. I've vaguely heard about that one. That one has been like everywhere this year, so of course it does. Feybound. That's a romantasy? Did we get that in the romantasy box? I thought this was a fantasy with romantic maybe subplot. I didn't think it was enough to classify it a romantasy. I don't remember anymore. This spell shop, that one, I would not classify the spell shop as romantasy. It is cozy fantasy with a romantic like barely there romance, mostly because she's awkward and she doesn't really think that the romance is happening or like he would even like her. I hope I'm not spoiling this for anybody, but oh my goodness, no. It was adorable though. It was adorable. Okay, so, Okay, we'll look at the YA fantasy too. Really? Forgot that came out that did not come out. No? Yes? What? I'm gonna look that up in a minute. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, I'm so glad this one made it on here too. I still need to read it, but I'm just glad that it's there because I enjoyed the first one. Jade and Dragons, okay. This is an interesting list for the YA. It is a very interesting list, and I'm glad to see so many of them mentioned that I feel like were either debut authors or like smaller titles that maybe didn't get heard of as much. So, yeah. Like this one is definitely one of those different ones that I have not seen anybody talk about. I am happy with the YA list. I'm still confused about this one though. Published 23. That's right. If it comes out after the cutoff date for last year's Choice Awards, it can be put into this one. That's why I'm seeing some of these and I'm like, wait, that came out last year. Come on, Morgan. Put the pieces together in the brain. You got this. Okay. I feel like I don't know quite as many of these. Did she put out both of these? 2024. Okay, one was last year. Oh, wait, I want to look at the debut novels. Oh, the Book of Doors is in this one. They can be in two categories. The Eyes Are the Best Part sounded so twisted. Okay. Audiobook. Interesting. I have listened to none of these on the audios. So, like, not a single one. So, I can't vote in the audiobook, which does make me a little sad. Because I love my audiobooks. My other thought going into this before making the video was, does anybody else do this? Like, because there have been complaints about the Goodreads Choice Awards for years now about it's only popular authors, they only get mentioned. But I feel like a lot of different people got mentioned this year. Like, there was a pretty good variety of books, in my opinion. That could be why there was the disgruntled faces, is people were like, what are these? I've never heard of these. I don't know. I haven't watched any of their videos yet. So we'll just have to see about that. But I went on this Googling search then about, does any other website do a user voted choice, like user picks the best books? And that didn't seem to say anything. It did bring up a few, but when I went to those sites, I couldn't find anything that, looked like it was still active or that. So I went with like the biggest ones. Does Storygraph do it, or does Fable do it? One, I did not actually want to create an account to try to even figure out Fable, so there's that. Maybe, but somebody who uses Fable will have to let me know. It also sounds like it's more actual social media than data tracking. Like Storygraph is like big databases and stuff, but they don't have anything. People on there have like suggested it. Like I could see it in their suggested community posts or whatever, but they don't have anything like that. Instead, so we're mostly just left with Goodreads, as people are disgruntled or will complain about the popularity contests. All the other sites, no matter what search terms I put in, I could never find anything quite like Goodreads. There might be some sort of library site or Amazon Choice Awards. Also not sure how you vote in those or when those are coming up. Maybe they happen after the Goodreads Awards and are completely separate. It was just my thoughts, so I tried to find an answer, and I couldn't. If you've come across anything similar that you would recommend people try to go to find options instead of this, besides, of course, the huge literary awards like the Hugos, which, yeah, drama, or the Lotus Award, which, less drama. What's that other one that always had the gold stamp on everything when we were younger? Moving on, we are totally getting unfocused and losing our train of thought and possibly very crooked into the camera angle. Which ones are you going to vote for? Do you participate in voting at all? Or which ones do you think I should vote for, since I haven't read some of them? Well, I already know which one I'm going to vote for, probably for fantasy, as, like I said, of the ones I have read, this is the one I liked the most. Not sure for sci-fi at all. I could just vote for service model, sure. But is that what we should really do? I hope you're having an excellent day. We'll come back, I guess, once the opening rounds are done to see who is continuing. And maybe for the ones that get past the opening round, I will try to read like a chapter or two of each one and see which one deserves the vote, or to try to be read fully. I don't know when we'll find the time for this. This video was probably odd. And that it was. That it probably was. I don't know now how this is going to edit together, because there was moments of silence and me just being confused. We're gonna go now and continue on with our either Rhythm of War or editing this video. Probably it's a smart idea. I hope you're having an excellent day, finding something great to read. If you enjoyed this one, check out some of my other videos and consider subscribing to stick around for more. I'll see you in the next one.